We have some breaking news rippling throughout the land of the NFL. What we've been anticipating for what feels like months now is finally going to happen. According to the NFL Network insiders, Aaron Rodgers is finally heading to Pittsburgh. I'm Omar Reese, and one of those insiders, Tom Pelissero, is here. Tom, break it down for us. How did this happen and why now?
Well, you're right, Omar. This is something that the Steelers had been focused on for months. And as much as Aaron Rodgers
is now a Pittsburgh Steeler, but here's the thing. Vegas still isn't impressed. How does a team land Rodgers, Metcalf, and Ramsey and get treated like nothing's changed? Something doesn't add up. Rodgers' one-year deal with Pittsburgh sent shockwaves through the league after an up-and-down season with the Jets, where he tallied nearly 3,900 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 11 picks. Many thought his twilight was here. But Mike Tomlin saw an opportunity. Rodgers, even in year 21, still has the arm talent, decision-making, and football IQ that most quarterbacks would kill for. The Steelers clearly think they're just a quarterback away. You'd think Vegas would shift. Instead, they doubled down on mediocrity. The 8.5 win total puts Pittsburgh right back in the middle of the pack. And with odds makers only favoring them in 6 games this season, there's hesitation everywhere. Even Rodgers' presence hasn't moved the needle. Super Bowl odds are unchanged. In other words, Rodgers isn't seen as a savior, just another aging star in a franchise with too many unknowns. It's not just Rodgers. Pittsburgh traded George Pickens and brought in DK Metcalf to be the WR1. Metcalf brings elite speed, strength, and red zone prowess. He's a physical mismatch for nearly every defensive back. But he's also learning a new system with a new quarterback in a new city. Chemistry isn't instant. Then came the injury to tight end Donald Parham Jr., who was expected to be a safety net for Rodgers. With him out for the season, the team is pursuing veteran Jonnu Smith. It's another smart but reactionary move. The offense is talented, but volatile, like a puzzle missing a few edge pieces. Rodgers was solid in New York, but not spectacular. His 2024 numbers were good, but not MVP caliber. And at 41, the margin for error is razor thin. His mobility is limited, injuries are a constant threat, and his fit in Arthur Smith's system remains untested. There's no guarantee the offensive scheme will align with Rodgers' strengths, which lean toward improvisation and control at the line.
First-round pick of the Bears, and now Rodgers sits down. A loss of 10 on the play, and hopefully the Jets are thinking that's the only loss on that play.
Some critics argue that Rodgers doesn't have the same urgency he once did. The fire's dimmer, the drive different. Others think this is the perfect storm, a future Hall of Famer on a prove-it deal with a chip on his shoulder and nothing to lose. One more season to rewrite the ending. The Steelers weren't done making noise. They added lockdown corners Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay, plus linebacker Malik Harrison. Those are names that scream experience and playmaking ability. But defense is about chemistry as much as talent. And they also lost safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of their most consistent performers over the past 5 seasons.
New this year, and after spending 3 years with the Rams, the former first-round pick of the Bears, and now Rodgers sits down.
The Steelers' defense might be elite, or it might take half a season to gel. In a division stacked with offensive firepower, that's a dangerous gamble. So what's the holdup? It comes down to 4 things: age, chemistry, fit, and competition. Rodgers is 41. Metcalf is new. The offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, hasn't proven he can tailor a system around a quarterback like Rodgers. And the AFC North is arguably the toughest division in football. The Ravens are still rolling with Lamar Jackson. The Bengals are healthier and more experienced. Even the Browns with Deshaun Watson back are a threat. Nothing about this Steelers team screams clear favorite. And yet, there's something brewing in Pittsburgh. You can feel it. A sense that this team, written off by sports books and talking heads, might be more dangerous because of it. Rodgers thrives when doubted. Tomlin's made a career out of keeping the team competitive when no one expected it. Could they pull this off again? Let's look at the odds. The win total is 8.5. Their Super Bowl chances are set at plus 4,500 at BetMGM, plus 4,400 at FanDuel. Their playoff odds are at plus 145, and for the division, AFC North, they sit at plus 600. Those are long shot numbers. They're saying Pittsburgh might flirt with the playoffs but won't do real damage. But what if the odds makers are wrong? What if this is the season where everything finally clicks, the veterans show up, and the locker room rallies behind one of the most polarizing leaders in NFL history? Stranger things have happened. This is still the same league where Nick Foles became a Super Bowl MVP, where Tom Brady left New England at 43 and won a title in Tampa. The NFL script is never predictable. Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. The franchise hasn't sniffed a title in over a decade. Bringing in Rodgers was a swing-for-the-fences move, but that swing comes with pressure. There's tension behind the scenes. T.J. Watt reportedly wants a new deal. The receiving core, beyond Metcalf, is shaky, and with rumors of Pittsburgh chasing even more offensive firepower, like Tyler Boyd, it's clear the front office knows this roster isn't finished yet. And then there's the elephant in the room: legacy. Rodgers doesn't want to go out like this, not after the way it ended in Green Bay, not after a forgettable year in New York. He's chasing that final chapter, the one that cements his status, the one that quiets the critics, the one that proves he still has the juice. Rodgers knows better than anyone how fast the NFL moves. One moment you're the savior, the next you're the scapegoat. He's not just playing for Pittsburgh, he's playing to show he can still control the game. And while the arm strength may not be what it was in 2011, the mind, that's sharper than ever. He's one of the smartest players to ever touch a football. Give him time, and he'll make a defense pay. The question is whether the Steelers can buy him that time.
And Rodgers, that is caught.
If Jonnu Smith doesn't work out, the team might need to get aggressive. Don't be surprised if the Steelers make a midseason trade or bring in another pass catcher. They're all in on this year, and that means every option is on the table. Pittsburgh knows this isn't a 5-year rebuild. It's a 1-year shot. There's also a growing belief that Rodgers is mentoring the locker room more than people think. Behind closed doors, younger players have praised his film sessions, his attention to detail, and his leadership. He's not just here to throw a football. He's here to leave a mark. If he brings the locker room together, that's worth just as much as a deep ball. For Pittsburgh to beat the odds, they need Rodgers and Metcalf to click instantly. Jonnu Smith or another tight end must become a legitimate threat. The offensive line has to protect Rodgers at all costs. The defense must gel and stay healthy. And Tomlin and Smith have to craft a system that maximizes Rodgers without overloading him. That's a lot to ask, especially in a division where every team got better this offseason. This is the real question. We've seen legends go out with a bang Tom Brady in Tampa or a whimper Joe Namath with the Rams. Rodgers could fall into either category. If he returns to form and Metcalf plays like a top 5 receiver, Pittsburgh could be dangerous. But if he slows down or the chemistry doesn't build fast enough, this experiment could fall apart by week 10. Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers was one of the biggest shocks of the offseason, and yet the reaction has been strangely muted. That's because it's not just about names, it's about timing, fit, and expectations. Rodgers might be the final piece of a puzzle, or he might be a reminder that sometimes the big splash doesn't ripple. If you think Rodgers can still cook, hit that like button. If you think this experiment's doomed from the start, drop a comment and let us know why. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest NFL stories this season.
Kelce to the 30-yard line. A perfect play for Patrick Mahomes to set the Chiefs' record for most passing yards.
Travis Kelce has just delivered a performance that defies belief, and what's been revealed has left NFL observers across the country stunned. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end stands as one of the most influential players in professional football, making his recent personal announcements particularly devastating to witness. The revelation involves not only his catastrophic admission of personal failure, but also the complete transformation of his relationship priorities during a crucial career phase, prompting the entire football community to finally acknowledge this systematic breakdown after witnessing one of the most shocking veteran player revelations in recent memory. The context begins with Kelce's unexpected confirmation that he will return for another NFL season, where he was expected to celebrate his decision, but instead delivered earth-shattering evidence of deep personal disappointment and relationship complications. The 35-year-old veteran recently faced the reality of feeling like he failed his team during February's crushing 40-20 Super Bowl defeat to the Philadelphia Eagles and announced his intention to prove himself despite his advancing years and mounting external pressures. This inflammatory admission escalated concerns, particularly when Kelce acknowledged that continuing his career wasn't a very tough decision, despite the heartbreaking personal assessment of his championship performance. The NFL world has been following Kelce's legendary career trajectory for an extended period, recognizing what his elite performance represents for championship expectations and organizational success. Kelce expressed determination to bounce back from the devastating Super Bowl loss while admitting he didn't feel like it was his last game because he has a lot more to prove in professional football, raising fundamental questions about veteran leadership. Who exactly continues playing after admitting personal failure during the sport's biggest stage? The organization wants to ensure fans understand that championship pursuit requires systematic improvement through deliberate preparation and mental resilience rather than external validation. The personal failure admission provides crucial context because Kelce's self-assessment cannot be viewed as simple competitive disappointment or standard veteran reflection. Kelce serves as the Chiefs' primary offensive weapon, expected to deliver championship-level performance, implementing elite receiving skills alongside veteran leadership that teammates rely on during crucial moments. The tight end designed his career around championship excellence and clutch performance delivery, making his personal responsibility admission particularly damaging to his competitive identity and team dynamics. Kelce recently revealed his complete disappointment with his championship performance in a particularly devastating statement that exposed his systematic self-criticism. "Last year, I think I failed, especially in that last game, in being a leader and being the one that can step up and make plays. The bar even higher for myself this year than I have in the past. Last year wasn't a success for me." This comprehensive failure acknowledgement exposes Kelce's systematic concerns. Recognize leadership deficiencies honestly, accept personal championship responsibility completely, and commit to performance improvement to justify continued elite status, ultimately demonstrating that even Hall of Fame caliber players face devastating self-doubt when championship expectations exceed actual performance delivery. But wait, there's more. The relationship complications create additional pressure as Taylor Swift's career demands intersect with Kelce's football commitments during a crucial championship window. Swift is reportedly delighted about Kelce's decision to continue playing because, for the first full season since they started dating, she's not juggling a packed tour schedule. This fall will be completely different. It's the first season where she's not constantly flying back and forth or working around an entire touring calendar, sources revealed. The marriage speculation controversy demonstrates how external pressures affect Kelce's football focus and create systematic distractions during championship preparation. Rumors about Taylor Swift marrying Travis Kelce sparked when an event planner revealed their names on a guest list as Taylor and Travis Kelce, suggesting Swift had taken Kelce's surname despite no confirmed marriage ceremony taking place. The name change refusal reveals Swift's career priorities and potential relationship tensions that could affect Kelce's competitive focus. A source told Shooter Scoop that Swift has worked hard on her brand, and she's not giving that up. Not even for Travis. When the couple eventually marries, it's on her terms, and that Swift name's not changing. The insider confirmed, creating potential identity conflicts within their relationship. The proposal pressure timeline creates mounting stress as external expectations exceed Kelce's personal relationship timeline and football preparation needs. A source told Radar Online, "The pressure is real, not just from Taylor, but from her fans and the media. Everyone's watching, everyone's speculating. It's enough to make anyone freeze." The fans' expectations had reportedly overwhelmed Kelce, which delayed the proposal plans during crucial off-season preparation. The physical transformation necessity shows Kelce's recognition that his current conditioning contributed to championship failure and requires systematic improvement. Reports circulated regarding his weight gain during the previous season, but Kelce confirmed weight loss, although he clarified it wasn't the widely speculated 25 pounds. I'm down some weight from the end of the season last year. This year, I got some time to really focus on some form of running. Certainly feeling good, and it'll pay off, Kelce explained. The veteran survival pressure demonstrates how Kelce must prove continued elite performance despite advancing age and mounting personal distractions. He normally comes in pretty good shape. You don't survive as long as he has played at the level he has if you're not in good shape, an insider noted, highlighting the dedication required to maintain Hall of Fame level performance while managing external pressures. The final season implications create additional urgency as Kelce approaches potential career conclusion during a championship window with systematic personal complications. As he approaches what could be his final season, the decision to shed pounds reflects a strategic move to enhance his agility and stamina while managing relationship pressures that could affect competitive focus. The championship obsession revelation shows Kelce's single-minded focus despite personal relationship complications and external distractions. "I'm only interested in Super Bowl rings," Kelce declared, emphasizing that championship glory remains his sole focus while dismissing any notion of retirement despite personal failure acknowledgement. The emotional settlement process demonstrates how Kelce managed personal disappointment and relationship pressure before making career decisions. Kelce acknowledged taking time to ensure his choice wasn't driven by immediate postseason emotions, explaining, "You want to let the emotions die down before making career-defining decisions that affect both football performance and personal relationships." The training camp preparation shows how Kelce balances relationship obligations with football responsibilities during crucial preparation periods. With training camp set to commence on July 21st, Kelce must focus on enhancing his performance while managing Swift's presence in Florida, where he has been training for the upcoming NFL season and maintaining their relationship through quality time together. The legacy pressure complications reveal how Kelce's Hall of Fame trajectory creates additional expectations during a championship window complicated by personal relationships. As a future Hall of Famer, Kelce's legacy is not just about past achievements, but also about how he prepares for the challenges ahead while managing unprecedented external pressures from his high-profile relationship. The performance anxiety implications show how personal failure admission could affect Kelce's competitive confidence and on-field execution during crucial moments. His heartbreaking assessment of Super Bowl failure creates psychological pressure that must be overcome through systematic preparation and mental resilience during championship competition. The relationship timeline conflicts demonstrate how Swift's career demands and marriage expectations could affect Kelce's football preparation and competitive focus. The couple's frequent public appearances during the offseason show commitment to their relationship while creating additional media attention that affects Kelce's ability to prepare privately for what could be his final championship opportunity. The organizational impact extends beyond individual performance to team chemistry and competitive expectations as teammates observe Kelce's personal struggles and external distractions. His admission of leadership failure creates questions about veteran guidance and championship mentality that affect the entire team's preparation and competitive confidence. The media pressure escalation shows how Kelce's relationship with Swift creates systematic attention that affects football preparation and performance evaluation. Everyone's watching. Everyone's speculating about both his relationship status and football performance, creating unprecedented pressure that could affect championship execution during crucial moments. Shadeur Sanders has just suffered a downfall that defies belief, and what's been exposed has left NFL observers across the country stunned. The Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback stands as one of the most promising young talents in professional football, making his recent legal catastrophe particularly devastating to witness. The revelation involves not only his catastrophic speeding violation, but also the destruction of his pristine reputation during his crucial first NFL season, prompting the entire football community to finally acknowledge this systematic failure after witnessing one of the most reckless driving incidents involving a rookie quarterback in recent memory. The context begins during the early morning hours on Interstate 71 near Cleveland.